So I say in my approach of Dawah that you read all the books. You read Hinduism, Christianity, Buddhism, Sikhism, Jainism, and at the same time you read Islam also.
Yes.
You read all the scriptures, for example, Vedas, Bible, Guru Granth Sahib, or whatever the books are, and later on you read Quran translation in your language, whatever your language is. Then you decide what is right, what is wrong. Since I became Muslim in the year 1984, I was very much concerned with the non-Muslims, my relatives, friends, and all my society members, that they are in dark, they don't know what Islam is, they are misguided. Alhamdulillah, every day there are people who are embracing Islam, not by force, with their own choice. So many people ask me that, Umar Sahab, you don't fear from the government, from the people, from I said, this is all legal. Allah Ta'ala has said, وَتُعِزُّ مَنْ تَشَاءُ وَتُذِلُّ مَنْ تَشَاءُ. Izzat and Zillat is in the hands of Almighty Allah. 10 to 15 per month, and on their own, they come to Dawah Center. Some of them, they want to read Islam, they want to understand Islam, they have questions, they want answers.
सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन दबाएं। खबर जो करे असर।
I was going to ask you, obviously, what kind of a relationship you hold with your family currently. But obviously, you said your mother has, become Muslim. So, mashallah, a lot of part of your family now also, you said, understand what Islam is all about. But in general, like the relationship you have. An example, you go back home right now around your village in India. Are you still like happily accepted, and the environment?
In the beginning, about 10 to 12 years, I was totally boycotted from the family. I had no permission to go to my home, to visit my native place. Even today, my father-in-law, he is not no more happy with me, and I don't have entry in my in-laws' house because of him. My brother-in-law, he comes to my home in Delhi, his family also, and we have good salam dua, good relationship. But my father-in-law, he is, even today, since 25-30 years, he has not yet changed his mind. So I don't have entry in my in-laws' house. But in my village, I used to go, and majority of my relatives, they welcome me. They invite me in the marriages, in the certain festivals. But there are some people, some relatives, some close friends of mine, and they have not yet studied Islam. They have the same mentality, same approach as they had earlier. Because brother, without getting knowledge, without right information, how can you change? How can you change the mind of anybody? So there are some people who are against me and think that I am wrong side. But Alhamdulillah, majority of the people, they welcome me, they respect me, they love me. They come to my home in Delhi, and they also have good sympathy with me. In Eid Bakr, they say Eid Mubarak, and before Salah, we go to Eid prayer, but they phone me that Eid Mubarak, and sometimes they come to me also, Alhamdulillah. And I always try to if I can be helpful to them at any point of time. So it is because of good akhlaq, good khidmat only we can tell them what Islam is, and that is very easy way to approach them. So Alhamdulillah, this is going on, inshallah.
So then, obviously, you accepted Islam in your youthful age. So now, Alhamdulillah, let's come to the what you are doing currently. Islamic Dawah Center, which is in Delhi,
yes,
in the New Delhi. And what kind of what was the starting point of the Islamic Dawah Center, and what made you think that I'm going to open something, and what kind of motivated you?
In fact, right from beginning, since I became Muslim in the year 1984, I was very much concerned with the non-Muslims, my relatives, friends, and all my society members, that they are in dark, they don't know what Islam is, they are misguided. So I started Dawah right from university itself in the year 1984, and I was individually approaching to my friends, relatives, and I was giving them books, and I was trying to make them understand that you read Islam and understand Islam, then you decide what is right, what is wrong. So slowly, and I came to the university, Jamia Millia Islamia. I had to study there because I had no Islamic knowledge. So I did my masters, then I was doing PhD, and mashallah, I had good friends, Qasmi, Nadwi, alims from different Islamic universities. So Alhamdulillah, I had some knowledge of Islam. Then in 1984, I joined Markazul Marif Education and Research Center. Hazrat Maulana Badruddin Ajmali Al Qasmi Sahab, who is the chairman of Markazul Marif, and he is the owner of Ajmal Perfumes
Ji.
in Bombay,
Yes.
in Gulf countries also.
Acha, my team just went last week. They actually met Maulana.
I see, mashallah.
Ji.
He belongs to Assam, basically.
Yes, yes.
Markazul Marif is
Ji.
an NGO, big NGO in northeast
Yes.
part of India. So he is the member of parliament also, he and
Yeah.
his brother Sirajuddin Ajmal Sahab. And there are 20 MLAs also in the assembly, in Assam assembly. He has his own party, All India, United Democratic Front, UDF, mashallah. So I worked with him for 16 years as a director education in Markazul Marif. So meantime, I was engaged with Dawa activities here and there. And I was very much concerned with the Dawa approach and Dawa. There are so many organizations, so many Jamaat, so many institutions, and working for the Muslims, betterment of the Muslims and social, educational improvement. But as far as Dawa among the non-Muslims is concerned, no organization, no Jamaat, no, only some individuals, they are working in this field. But Alhamdulillah, we can say something is better than nothing.
Ji.
So Alhamdulillah, I was very much interested in establishing an Islamic Dawah center. So with the duas of Hazrat Maulana Badruddin Ajmal Sahab, Maulana Salman Nadwi Sahab, Hazrat Maulana Ali Mian Nadwi Sahab, my Sheikh Hazrat Qari Siddiq Bandwi Sahab, Rahmatullah Alayh, and Hazrat Maulana Abdullah Hasni Sahab, nowadays Maulana Rabi Hasni Sahab Nadwi, who is director of Nahdlatul Ulama Lucknow. MashaAllah, with all these personalities, their duas, I established this Dawah center in the year 2010, about 5-6 years back, with the purpose that we have to make positive Dawah among the non-Muslims,
Ji.
brothers and sisters in India particularly, and we have to provide them Islamic information with good akhlaq, khidmat, character, and with good literature. And Payam-e Insaniyat program, Message for the Humanity forum is there from Nadwa, and mashallah, there are millions of people. They participate in the programs on different occasions, and they come to know what is the humanity, what is the right path, what is the right and wrong. So Alhamdulillah, this Dawah center was established with this purpose, and there are certain aims and objectives also, like Islamic information providing to brothers and sisters, and Dawah to Muslims and non-Muslims, interfaith dialogue also. We don't promote debates, but interfaith dialogue is there with the positive approach. Help to orphans and widows, marriage, nikah. Those who embrace Islam, their nikah is also one of the problem. English classes for ulama, Islamic education for women and children, legal assistance to reverts. And we have also Islamic Online University Center in New Delhi. This is based in Qatar, Doha, Qatar, Dr. Bilal Philip. So we have the center also. So these activities are going under Islamic Dawah Center.
What I'd like to ask you is, all of this, okay, to me, okay, this is like personally, did you come around all of this thinking about your own experience or when you came into Islam, and how you now, obviously, you understand Islam much better, and under all the sheikhs you have named, that to offer support to other people in similar conditions or situations that you were in many years ago. Was this a good, because it feels like this was the drive that you thought that something wasn't there in my time which I can offer in present day.
Exactly, very good. Actually, I used to say that I am in Hindi bhukt bhogi, self-experienced person. So in the beginning, people were not very much cautious, not very much open-minded in this regard, because Muslims were not having this common approach that conversion, reversion, and new Muslims, their look after, their care, their marriage and their problems. But nowadays, since globalization is there, and the world has become a global village, and information is there, and all the science and technology. So good report is there, and whatever is happening anywhere in any part of the world, people generally know, those who are educated and who have good communication skills. So in the beginning, it was a any rare case. For example, when I was new Muslim, for example, I did not know many rewards, only rare cases somewhere here and there. But nowadays, Alhamdulillah, every day there are people who are embracing Islam, not by force, with their own choice, after reading, understanding, with their own decision. Some cases are there for marriage also. Some individuals, male or female, coming because of this reason. But Alhamdulillah, I give them books also, that you read first, then you become Muslim and you get married. So in the beginning, it was not in my mind that I will establish an Islamic Dawah center. I wanted to work with these Mashaykh, but I came to know in Delhi, since I am living in Delhi since 1990 continuously, since about 25 years. So there was no center. People were coming in the fold of Islam and going sometimes Jamaat-e-Islami office, sometimes Tablighi Markaz office, sometimes Jama Masjid Ahmad Bukhari's office, sometimes here and there Qazis. So they were running here and there, and there was no roof that under one roof you get all the facilities. For example, their legal documentation, sanad from the Qazi, sanad Qabul Islam, then their marriage problem is there, talim tarbiyat problem is there, their social problems are there, their family problems are there. So I was meeting people. So I thought that let me do this job, because I know the up and downs, the pros and cons, the problems, the solutions, because I have 25-30 years experience. So Alhamdulillah, so many people ask me that, Umar Sahab, you don't fear from the government, from the people, from I said, this is all legal. It is not only Islamically legal, but constitutionally also legal effort, and we can provide legal assistance to these people, and moral support, legal support, social support. So Alhamdulillah, now since there are so many people coming in the fold of Islam, so they want proper help from some institution. There are so many personalities also, like Maulana Kalim Siddiqui Sahab is there working for the Dawah, and many people are close to him, and he has also institution in Delhi, in Fuller, and mashallah, thousands of people are close to him, and in South India also, in Gujarat, everywhere there are some people working. But in Delhi, if you come to Dawah center, you will find all the legal and moral support provided to the reverts, particularly. Alhamdulillah.
So, do you also like provide information, details to the media, the press, etc. in India?
Sometimes, because there are 4 stages. When somebody comes to Dawah center, he has to fulfill an application form, what he wants, affidavit from notary, from magistrate, or from Shahada certificate, and marriage, and so he has to give his own all the information, and then we send him to the notary public, to the solicitor, to get the affidavit. And unfortunately, I don't have all the details here right now, but affidavit and his declaration, then it goes to the magistrate for attestation, so that it will be an authentic document. Then Qazi gives Sanad Qabul Islam, Islamic certificate, Islamic conversion certificate. Then third stage is to go to the press, to the Times of India, Hindustan Times, Indian Express. There is a classified column, change of name and change of religion. So it is important there, according to the rule, that you have to give your information in the press, in the newspaper. And it is hardly 400-500 rupees for one paper. Then fourth stage is government record, gazette notification. There is a weekly gazette newspaper, Sarkari Rajpatra, and the information about the change of name, change of religion comes in that. Then this legal process is completed, and later on you can apply for your passport, for your identity card, for your election card, or whatever the legal.
So there is a system in
system.
place.
Yes, so we provide the system with the help of solicitor. We have solicitors, we have wakils, mashallah, 4 or 5, and they help in this. And we have Qazi also, registered Qazi in our center. So mashallah, once a person comes to our office, he is not at all in any trouble, and he is not running here and there. Alhamdulillah, he gets all the under
So
one roof.
how many years has it been on, for the Islamic Dawah Center?
6 years.
6 years.
Yes.
Now within 6 years, okay, obviously when you're
Mm.
starting, you're new,
Yeah.
you're making a name, people
Mm.
getting to know.
Yes.
But from now, from then till now, how many Muslims convert? I mean, how many non-Muslims convert to Muslims on like a weekly basis or a monthly basis?
Alhamdulillah, in our record there are more than 600 reverts, and mashallah, their all legal documentation is completed, and they're 10 to 15 per month, and on their own they come to Dawah Center. Some of them, they want to read Islam, they want to understand Islam, they have questions, they want answers. Some come for Shahada, to accept Islam. Some have already accepted Islam outside, somewhere in masjid or some Imam Sahab or some Maulana Sahab, any Muslim. Then they come for the legal assistance. So mashallah, but there are thousands of people in Delhi, in the surrounding. But in our center, we get the any information on paper. So we have mashallah this record in our Dawah Center.
Mashallah. So this is your service, is it just around the New Delhi, or is it covering the whole of India?
Basically New Delhi, any people come from Delhi and surrounding areas like Ghaziabad, Faridabad, Gurgaon, and this surrounding Haryana, UP. But cases come from Gujarat also. Many cases came from Gujarat, and we had full support to them, legal support, their this court marriage and all. Because in some places, for example in Gujarat, it is not easy to get conversion certificate from the court. You have to go to the magistrate. Magistrate will inquire with the police that why you have become Muslim, and it is very difficult process. In Madhya Pradesh also, there is because of conversion bill. In the time of BJP, they had passed the bill, anti-conversion bill. So they have certain rules and regulations. So from Gujarat, from MP, from Rajasthan, so people come from across the country. Even we had reverts from USA, from UK, from Germany, from Portugal, from Singapore, like these countries, mashallah. Yes,
very, very good to know that. And what walks of life do they come from? I mean, is it just like one religion, or are they coming from many religions?
Many religions. Basically, majority of the people coming from Hindu religion, Hinduism, then coming from almost all the religions. For example, Christianity, Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism. And out of these, majority of the reverts, people who are coming, embracing Islam, they are high class family, Brahman, Kshatri, those who are in any high class society in India, and educated family. Majority of the reverts, male or female or families, they are well educated. There are many doctors, there are many having PhD degrees, lecturers, and generally 90% well educated after any proper education and after proper thinking. And nobody can change them by just simple arguments or by force, because it is their sole decision. After reading and understanding, they are coming.
And also, do you take part in like religious debates, or do you in the media, in the press, or even
no, actually, as far as debate is concerned, we don't promote debates, because debate is not the right approach to Dawah. If there is some interaction, introduction, interfaith dialogue, then it is okay. But as far as debate is concerned, because sometimes it gives negative impact. Debate, people think that I want to prove my religion, and I want to make others that you are no more, there is nothing in. So I say in my approach of Dawah, that you read all the books. You read Hinduism, Christianity, Buddhism, Sikhism, Jainism, and at the same time you read Islam also.
Yes.
You read all the scriptures, for example, Vedas, Bible, Guru Granth Sahib, or whatever the books are, and later on you read Quran translation in your language, whatever your language is. Then you decide what is right, what is wrong, what is the information there. So, alhamdulillah, we promote positive Dawah, not by debates or arguments or discussions, but with good akhlaq, good and friendly relations. Once we have to help others, we have to get place in their heart, then we can put Islam before them.
Subhanallah. And Islamic Dawah Center, you've been saying, mashallah, is running very successfully. What are your long-term, projects with Islamic Dawah Center?
MashaAllah, this time people who are coming there in Dawah Center, they can come anytime. This is 24-hour service.
Okay.
The doors are open to anybody, anytime. Muslims or non-Muslims, anybody. And even we are happy if any non-Muslim office bearer from the police department or from any side, if they come, we are pleased, so that we can respect them, we can provide them tea, coffee, water, food, and later on we can give some books, we can have some communication. So nowadays we don't have full-time program for the reverts. For example, for their dawah and training, for their talim and tarbiyat, generally we get some people who come to center, live for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, sometimes 6 months, and we send them to Jamaat, Tablighi Jamaat also, 10 days, 40 days, 4 months. But all of a sudden, nobody is ready to go in Jamaat, because he doesn't know what is Jamaat, what is Masjid, what is the Amal, and what and in Jamaat, Jan, Mal, Waqt,
Yes.
these three important things. They have Jan, they have Waqt, but they don't have Mal, they don't have money.
Yes.
So if I give money, you give money, it is not worth as per the requirement.
Yes.
But he can borrow, and if he has, they alhamdulillah go. There are many reverts who have gone to Jamaat 4 months, sometimes 1 year, and mashallah, they have become very good Muslims, practicing Muslims. And there are some reverts who have become Hafiz, Alim, and Mufti also from Darul Uloom Deoband. I have one of my friend in Delhi. Inshallah, you will come. I will have a meeting with him.
Inshallah.
And his name is Muhammad Ahmad Qasmi. He is from Saharanpur.
Ji.
His mother and 2 brothers, 2 sisters embraced Islam, and recently his father also, mashallah, 3-4 years back, after 20 years he became Muslim. Now just 15 days before he passed away. So he is Mufti, Hafiz, Alim, Mufti from Darul Uloom Deoband, and he spent 1 year in Jamaat, and mashallah, he is running Darul Ifta, and very good personality. And one of my brother, Junaid Saidi in Bhopal, he was from Pandit family, Brahman family. He became Nadwi, 5 years course, and mashallah, he is also very good alim. So there are certain cases also like this.
Ji.
So I have a plan to provide at least 1 year full-time dawah training program to the alims who will come to know first of all language and knowledge. For example, if we have to go to approach Hindu brothers and sisters, we must know Hindi, we must know their local language, regional language, and their knowledge also, what faith is there, belief is there, practices are there in the light of their scriptures. So 1 year dawah training for alim, so that they can approach them positively. They can make them understand that what is Tawheed, what is Risalat, what is Akhirat, and what is right, what is wrong. So this, and one dawah training program for the reverts also, for male and female separately, so that they can be provided shelter, because they leave everything behind.
Ji.
They come from good families, rich families, educated families, and because of embracing Islam, they have to leave everything. Family, they don't support. For example, for myself, I was doing MSc Agriculture, and my family stopped giving money. So one Dr. Farooq Sahab, Muslim doctor,
Yes.
he gave me scholarship from his own pocket, that okay, you continue his studies, I will give you all the fees and expenses. So for them, their talim, their tarbiyat, their marriage, their social adaptability,
Ji.
so that they can stand on their feet. If somebody reverts, somebody embraces Islam and has no Islamic way of life, has no Islamic practice, then how can others will give respect to him? How he will get married? And so many social problems are there. So first of all, talim and tarbiyat is very important. Then their source of income, they have to survive, they have to earn money, they have to stand on their feet. Then inshallah, life becomes easy. So these are the projects in Dawah Center. And we have a place in Ghaziabad, one big land. We, alhamdulillah, one masjid has already built, Al Farooq Masjid. So we have one Darul Yatama Lil Banat, girls orphanage there. one girls school also for the girls. There are
Okay.
schools and madrasas for boys, but not for girls. And girls are 100% illiterate in that
Yes.
locality. So we are planning for girls school there, and one nursing home also, dispensary for the
That
needy
leaves
people.
obviously a question, because for all of this setup, okay, you need a running cost. And even these days, and I'm sure many of our listeners who are related back to India, Pakistan, or Bangladesh, even India these days is not cheap place to run.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm sure if they're running the home, but you're running a setup here. You've just explained, mashallah, very beautifully everything around Islamic Dawah Center. So, how is it all run, the costings behind all of this?
Well, this Islamic Dawah Center is basically run under the Fatma Charitable Foundation, which is registered in the Government of India.
Okay.
And we have good friends and well-wishers who donate, who help these activities. But for any big project, there is a need of huge amount.
Yes.
And whenever I get an opportunity, I put my request before the brothers and sisters that these are the activities going on, these are the expenses, these are the requirements. And Alhamdulillah, there are well-wishers, there are good people, and mashallah, with their help only, it is possible to
Okay.
run all these activities. And inshallah, I hope that in future also, by the help of the brothers and sisters across the world and their duas, inshallah, these programs will run, and inshallah, it will be a good setup. And people are helping across the world, and there are so many people running different institutions, organizations, madaris, masajid, makatib, and natural disaster is also in
Okay.
so many places. So alhamdulillah, round the clock people are engaged with their zakat, sadaqah lillah. So I personally, when I meet somebody, I invite to come to sometime people, if they go to
Okay.
India, come to Delhi, visit Dawah Center, visit our activities, and you see with your own eyes what is going on, what is the requirement, then you help the Dawah Center. This will be
So
better.
is this the money, is it zakat or sadaqah, or just lillah?
Zakat, sadaqah lillah, all
all
is- yes,
donations.
yes,
start
all
to-
donations are sent from this.
So
ग्लोबल टुडे यूट्यूब के साथ लाता है देश विदेश की ताज़ा खबरें और नए नए वीडियोस। हमें सब्सक्राइब करें और ताज़ा खबरों के लिए बेल बटन दबाएं। ग्लोबल टुडे।